we manifest things that we focus on, whether good or bad. So for example, if we pay a lot of attention to some problem, we worry about what might happen in the future, we are in a state of negativity a lot, stress, etc., we actually might attract the outcome we focus on. So for example, this is Sygula from TruthTheory.com, and welcome to another episode of True Spirituality. This is my series on metaphysics, esotericism, mysticism, spirituality, etc. And this video is part 2 of this short series that I'm doing on the law of attraction and some of the major issues with the law of attraction. So if you haven't seen part 1, please check it out. So another important thing to remember when we talk about the law of attraction or manifestation is that we manifest things that we focus on, whether good or bad. So for example, if we pay a lot of attention to some problem, we worry about what might happen in the future, we are in a state of negativity a lot, stress, etc., we actually might attract the outcome we focus on. So for example, let's say someone wants to attract more money, but they constantly think about how they don't have money or how shitty their life is without money. So they focus on money, but in the wrong way. They focus on the lack of money or not having it. You know, you attract what you focus on. So if you pay attention to the problem, you bring more of the same problem. Let's say if you worry about something like, you know, I'm gonna miss the flight, you're actually increasing your chance of missing that flight because you put more attention towards the thing, even if you don't want that. So in a way, sometimes we almost need to be more naive. You know, let's say you want to create some outcome, but instead of focusing on all the obstacles and all the problems related to it, focus on things that you want to create. Think about it, that it's going to work. Even if sometimes it might be a little bit naive, it's actually better to focus on the positive outcome than on negative outcome. Another really important thing to remember is what is the blueprint, the energy, your emotional state when you try to manifest or create reality. So if you are desperate for something, let's say you want to attract a partner and you are really desperate about it, you feel lonely, you look at other friends who are happy in love and you are lonely, etc., and you become desperate about it, this energy of desperation is actually a form of a blueprint that starts attracting similar things to you. So if you would think about someone who is desperate about something or is pushing too much, this is a volatile energy, right? It's not harmonious, right? And then the same characteristics will start aligning towards you. Situations, people. So you might attract someone who is maybe unstable or has some major issues. So it's really important because the main thing about attraction, a lot of people think it's visualization, that is actually the emotion. Emotional state is the key. And if your emotions aren't harmonious, right, you have a lot of disharmony in your emotional states, then the outcomes you're gonna attract will hold the same kind of blueprint. So, you know, they can have some kind of disharmony, which can manifest in many different ways. If you are depressed, emotionally distorted, situations you're gonna manifest will also hold similar frequency. So one thing to remember with manifestation law of attraction is sometimes we start attracting situations that put us towards the path to the goal, right? It's not like, oh, I want to live in the castle and tomorrow I'm gonna live in the castle. You might actually start attracting situations that are gonna align you towards your goal. And remember, again, like just talking about the castle, this guy called Dan Pena, some of you might have heard of him. He's a popular public speaker and life coach, etc. He lives in a castle in Scotland, and there was a documentary, and I watched some of the scenes that were actually not published in the documentary officially. And he was saying that if he would know what it actually takes to live in that castle, he would never buy this castle. So you might think that living in a castle is something cool and amazing. But actually what came with it, again, the other side of the coin, was that first of all, it's an old building, right? So he says he doesn't go through a week without actually having to fix something in this castle. So first thing, you know, lots of headaches links to constantly dealing with trying to fix things in the castle, right? Second thing, just to heat up a small part of the castle, it costs hundreds of dollars per day or week or something like that, just for that, right? Now, because it's Scotland, you know, he has some beautiful gardens outside. He has to actually cut the grass twice a week or something like that, and the equipment breaks regularly as well. So, you know, it's kind of funny thing, because this is what I've been talking about in the first video, where we desire something that we think it's going to be good for us, but actually brings us more stress, more unhappiness, and you get this second side of the coin where there are all these major issues that you didn't even take into account that come with what you desired, what you manifested. So this is part 2. Thank you for checking this video. Until next time.